Stress affects us all. What are some ways that stress affects you in your life? Many people are affected by stress due to their children, activities that they have, work-related stress, home-related stress, financial stress. There are many different types of stress. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Stress can affect you physically. You can get headaches, have nausea, backaches, don't sleep well. It can also affect you physically, mentally. It can mess with your head. You can feel drained and just mentally exhausted from stress and worrying. It can also affect you emotionally. You can get very tired. Your emotions, you're quicker to anger or frustration. 43% of all adults suffer from stress-related issues. It is estimated that 75 to 90% of all doctor visits are due to complications from stress. So what can you do? When my husband and I first moved to Colorado from Texas, we left behind our family and our friends. We left behind everything that we knew. We thought that we had a job here, and when we got here they told us that they didn't need us. We had a lot of stress when we first moved. And we thought about a lot of different ways to relieve that stress. One of the best ways to relieve stress is pet ownership. Those who have pets or have to care for somebody else think less about themselves and worry more about the things that they have to take care of. Whether it be furry pets, scaly pets, or children, but they're not really pets. So pets can include reptiles. That can include snakes, lizards like bearded dragons, crested geckos, frogs. They're amphibians, but they can be considered reptiles. And there's also a plethora of different types of reptiles that you could consider owning. So why are pets so important? Well, pets fulfill the most basic human need for touch. When you're having a hard day and somebody gives you a hug, you feel better. Even if it's only a little bit, but you feel better. When you touch a dog or a cat or pet them, you feel better. It relieves that stress because you're touching them. Even watching animals, like fish in an aquarium, can reduce stress. Reptiles can do the same thing. When I'm holding my snakes in my hands and they're going through my fingers, it relieves so much stress. I don't have to worry about what else is going on, bills, financials, or what's going on in my marriage, or what's going on with my family. I can just focus on the reptiles and how much fun and pleasure that they give me just from touching and holding them. There's one that likes to climb in my hair. But it reduces stress. You smile. And when you're smiling and having fun, it reduces stress. These are some of our crested geckos. Crested geckos are fun because they like to climb, they like to jump, they like to move around. They're very social and friendly animals, and they like interacting. They can reduce stress because they're fun, and when you're having fun with them, you don't think about the worries. Another example is a bearded dragon. It's a type of lizard. They call it a bearded dragon because the beard, they can puff up and make black. They're also known for bobbing their head as dominance or submission. And they can be really fun because you can bob your head along with them or talk to them. Or they're also very friendly, like they're dog friendly. So you can take them out. Mine likes to sit on my shoulder or my husband's shoulder. And they're very active and playful and fun. If you do want to own a reptile or pet, I suggest doing lots of research. Many of these reptiles can live for up to 20 years, so it's a big commitment. You also want to know how difficult they are to keep. There are reptiles that are more beginner, and there's reptiles that are more advanced that take a lot more care and work. So you want to do your research before you purchase any pet. You're also going to want to find out what kind of enclosure they need, what do they eat, how often. If you don't want to own a reptile or you're not sure, I suggest still just searching it out. Go to the store, talk to the people, look at the different reptiles they have. Ask them which ones are docile and which ones are aggressive. Ask them which ones are good beginners and which ones take more maintenance and care. So, go and visit a reptile store. Talk to the people. They have a wealth of knowledge and they're happy to assist you. Also ask. Ask them any of the questions you have. Ask them if you can look at reptiles. Ask them if you're not ready to hold one, if you can touch one while they're holding it. Ask them when you're ready if you can hold a reptile. If you don't like snakes, there's plenty of other reptiles. There's geckos, there's lizards, there's just a ton of different reptiles that you can hold or play with or even look at. Just go and look. They're not as scary as many people make them out to be. So back to my story. My husband and I were in this foreign land of Colorado after we had moved from our home of Texas, and we were pretty stressed out. Life was pretty stressful at that point. We found jobs, which helped with the financial stress. We were able to find out that our apartment does allow pets, and so we were able to adopt a shelter dog, and when we went to visit family, we picked up our other dog that we had left behind. We also started purchasing reptiles. I had always wanted a snake, and so we purchased a snake, and now we have 11 snakes, 2 bearded dragons, 2 crested geckos, and a frog. So we've branched out quite a bit, but the most important thing is whether you have one or you have a bunch, that they reduce stress. Just playing with them, get your mind off the daily stress and the daily stresses that we all have every single day. Thank you.